All right, guys, what's going on? Levi Trumbull reporting along with Jay Pugh. Now, you will remember that we originally brought you a story a while back about Jay's situation where he alleges that he was essentially unlawfully pulled over and arrested for a DUI situation. They smelled a little bit of marijuana in the car. As you guys know, he ultimately blew a 0-0 on that DUI test. Well, today we actually just got finished with his hearing in the district court before Judge Eric Schaffer. Now, what actually happened with Jay's situation is that he was able to get himself a public defender, and that public defender was able to work out a deal with the state attorney's office that allowed Jay to enter into an Alford plea. So that's actually a very interesting circumstance. For you guys who don't know what an Alford plea is, let me just tell you right now, we don't see a lot of those in Maryland. But what that is essentially is that Jay went into court today and he did not admit to any of the allegations. It's not a guilty plea. So he didn't admit to any of the allegations, but what an Alford plea does is it also acknowledges that the state might have enough evidence to convict you if the matter goes to trial. And so that's how things went, and there was, he ultimately got a well, I'll just let him tell you about it. So, Jay, tell me about what was going through your mind today with this whole situation. How do you feel about your final disposition in this matter? We know that the state attorney ultimately agreed to the Alford plea, which again is not something, it's very rare. I don't think I've ever covered a case in Frederick County's history where I saw a Alford plea. So what do you think about this whole situation? How are you feeling now that this whole thing is resolved? And we'll ask you a few questions in one moment about the sentence that you were given, but how do you feel just starting with how things went today and with the Alford plea?
Well, I am a little disheartened that the case wasn't dismissed, but
yeah.
It is, the state's claim that their statutes are constitutional. That, I'm okay with the way things went and the Alford plea in itself.
Yeah.
Under the presumption that state statutes are constitutional. But, no, man, I'm glad to be a free man. It would have sucked to serve a year and a half for something I didn't do. And so, I'm pretty happy with the state's attorney's office.
Yeah, I think the bottom line, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It sort of is what it is. But I think that you'll be okay moving forward. I do want to notate for the record that Officer, I guess it was, who was it? Strayer? Sara Strayer was the arresting officer in this situation. Well, evidently she did appear in court today to testify, but she was not needed ultimately. So I want to ask you, Jay. So walk me through a little bit of what you were sentenced to today.
So essentially what they gave me was 18 months of supervised probation.
18 months of supervised probation, okay.
And it's probation before judgment. So
okay.
I'm not convicted of a crime. I haven't been convicted of anything.
Yes.
I'm not guilty of anything.
It's PBJ. It's a very favorable disposition.
Yeah, so essentially I just had 18 months of supervised probation. They said if good behavior, halfway through that it will be unsupervised.
Unsupervised, yep.
And so I just have to do, I guess, Moms Against Drunk Driving and continue to serve my license suspension. So other than that, there's no anything.
And I will state for the record, guys, he had a very good public defender. What was that gentleman's name again? I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Lee Donner.
Lee Donner, that's right. He did an excellent job today, not just representing Jay here, but a lot of the clients today who needed the services of the public defender's office. But specifically with your case, he said a lot of great things about Jay, and he did a very good job representing the case, no doubt. So credit where credit is due on that situation. So with that, do you have any final thoughts as we walk away? We walk out of this courthouse on a Thursday morning.
Statutes aren't law, but, shout out Frederick County Courthouse.
Yeah, all right. Not a problem. All right, guys, so we'll stay on it. And as always, if you guys ever have situations where you feel like you're being unlawfully treated, again, this is why I have my email in the description box of my channel. You're always free to email me with your thoughts, your inquiries, your concerns, or whatever it might be. So with that, guys, Levi Trumbull reporting outside of the Frederick County Courthouse, along with my good pal, Jay Pugh, and we will catch you guys soon.